I was working at a middle school as a night shift custodian. I cleaned a long U-shaped wing full of classrooms every weeknight. I'd already locked up one set of doors to the wing and was about to lock the ones at the other end of the U. I made the full lap around the wing, and I'd been cleaning there all night alone, and came to the end of the hallway where the doors to the rest of the school were. When I shut the lights off, the dark silhouette of what looked like a child ran from across the end of the hallway from left to right. There were doors down there, but I'd just locked them all up and no one was around. I was so creeped out. I locked the doors connecting the wing to the rest of the school and ran to my car. I always felt like I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye working there at night. But that was the most visible, for sure thing I saw at that place. Used to clean a church alone late at night. There was a piano upstairs, which I thought was broken, which was why it was upstairs in the attic. I immediately assumed someone was up there pranking me. So I went up and there was no one. When I turned around to walk away after realizing no one was there, I heard a loud bang behind this metal door, which I assume was an attic closet. Never worked the night shift again. Asked the one other person that worked night shifts. She confirmed weird shit happening was normal. This happened when I worked in a hotel right out of high school. I did overnight in the laundry room, but I would help the front desk run invoices to the rooms sometimes. I was on the 3rd floor at like 2 AM I think, when I bent down to slide the invoice under the door and a pen flew past my face and hit the door. I didn't keep pens on me, and I checked around the hallway, but it was silent. You know hotel doors. They're heavy, and you can hear people open and close them. I am 100% positive I heard nothing. When I got downstairs, I asked my co-worker if they saw anything, but they said they weren't paying attention to the security screen. Really freaked me out. That was the only thing that happened in the 8 months I was there. I work in a prison. When I was new, I was working overtime one night in a housing unit that has seen a lot of death. It was well after midnight, and all of the offenders were supposed to be in their cells. Since this was a medium security prison, the offenders still had access to leave their cell to use the communal bathroom at night. Well, I was going in for the 2 AM count. I watched an offender walk down the stairs from the 2nd level and into the bathroom. I stood at the entrance to the bathroom and yelled in to ask them what cell they were in, so I could add an extra body to that cell for my count, but got no answer. I then walked into the bathroom and searched everywhere, but found absolutely nobody. I told one of my co-workers about what happened, and the first thing they asked me was he tall and skinny with long dreads, and he had been. When I answered yes, I was told, that's Mr. Bones. He killed himself a few years ago, but he still hangs around. I still get goosebumps thinking about it. I was locking up a big warehouse I worked at one night. I turned all the lights off as I went through each section, so it was pitch black behind me. I was getting a really creepy feeling I was being watched. Like the hair on my arms was standing up. I finished up and was going out the last door to the outside and looked back one more time, because I felt so uneasy. Sure enough, I saw a shadow peek out at me behind a wall. I called the cops. They went in the building and ended up shooting the trespassers. It was 2 14-year-old kids that had snuck in before I finished locking up. One of them died. I was working as campus security, and I had to close down the main law school building. The building was downtown in a major city and was old enough that the tunnels underneath it were used in the Underground Railroad. Think dirt floors and wooden cross beams like you would imagine a mine. There was work going on in the tunnels. Not sure what it was, but I think they were reinforcing the supports. Anyways, as part of my routine, I had to go around and check to make sure the build was vacant. I climbed down the ladder into the tunnels. All the contractor lights are off. I say a few hello. Anyone here? And shine my flashlight around silence for a moment. Then I hear what sounds like a radio tune from the 1920s. Coming from the tunnel, I immediately climb the ladder and padlock the trapdoor, arm the motion sensors and leave. Fuck that. After that I never worked near that area again. And I still get chills thinking about what would have happened if I checked it out.